I wasn't sleeping, sir. I was just daydreaming. So can you can the illusion, please? Sir? So a figment of my imagination, then. That is so weird. Huh? Oh, right. My review should be published by now. Yeah, you know what? Might as well take a look at it. Besides, I gotta wait for further instructions from the boss anyway. Well, what do you know? My first ever request. Sweet! So yeah, Usagi Drop is an anime adaptation of a manga that goes by the same name and released in 2011 to positive reviews. And since the premise is about a father trying to take care of a kid and it is getting close to Father's Day, I figured this would be a great opportunity to review it. So is it as good as people say? Let's find out. The story of Usagi Drop revolves around two characters, one of them being Daikichi, a 30-year-old bachelor who spends most of his days working, smoking, etc. But after the death of his grandfather, he encounters our second main lead, Rin, the illegitimate daughter of said grandfather, and basically takes Rin out to the rest of Daikichi's family to talk about putting her in the center. And yes, you heard that right, the grandpa had an illegitimate child. I know it may sound weird to most of you, and it is, but remember, this is coming from Japan, the same country that thinks incest anime is okay. Yeah, Japan is weird. After that, however, the rest of the series is about Daikichi trying to raise Rin and the trials and tribulations they do encounter over the course of 11 episodes. And that's about it for the story. It's pretty simple and lighthearted, but I genuinely liked it. Sure, it's not as complex as, say, Samurai Jack Season 5, but I was still able to get invested in this world as well as the developments and adventures of our two main leads. In other words, yeah, it's simple, but sometimes a simple story can be just as effective as a more complex story. So good job, writers. Speaking of development, though, let's talk about the characters for a minute. When it comes to the character element of the show, I genuinely liked Daikichi and Rin. Not only because of their great development over the course of the series, but because I thought they had good personalities, good chemistry that makes for some of the funniest moments of the show, etc. Hell, over the course of the series, the two begin to change for the better because of the other's involvement in their lives. Daikichi, despite having a rough start, starts to improve as a father to Rin as well as a person, and even Rin starts to come out of her comfort zone as well as overcome her shyness thanks to Daikichi. I like that. Not only because it's genuine character development, but it's also executed very well. The writers clearly wanted the audience to care about these two, and honestly, I think they succeeded with that. As for the other characters, they're okay. Sure, they're not as deep as the two leads, but they're pretty harmless in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, that is a flaw with the character element of the show. As for the animation element, holy crap, this looks really well done. The lighting is really well done. I genuinely like the character models, even though they aren't the center ones you see in anime from the 2010s. The backgrounds are really great, but the thing that sells it for me the most is the look of it all. You see, folks, Usagi Drop's anime decides to go for a more watercolor look to it, instead of the more cost-effective digital coloring seen in a lot of anime today. And to be honest, I like that. Not only because it gives the anime a more unique look to it, but also because I feel like the choice of watercolors really helps certain scenes pop out a lot better to me. So yeah, I genuinely like the animation. As for the music, I think the soundtrack is pretty good for the most part. It has a few catchy tracks to it, I love the variety of instruments used, and it definitely fits the tone for each scene a song is used in. Plus, as I've said before, I'm a sucker for classical pieces, so that's like a minor bonus, I guess. Voice-wise, it's fine. Not much of an issue with it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the audio, so now I think it's time to wrap things up. Overall, Usagi Drop was a lot of fun to watch. It's not perfect, but like Samurai Jack, I feel like the pros outweigh the cons here. Hell, this is one of the few anime I've seen so far this year that was able to put a smile on my face every time I sat down and watched an episode. And if it can do that every episode, I think it deserves a recommendation from me. But that's just me. I know there are some people who don't like this kind of anime, and that's fine. Hell, one other issue I can see with this series that I did not mention up to this point is that the manga gets really weird near the end. I'm not gonna spoil it, but needless to say, I think the anime ending is better, and I'll leave it at that. So that concludes this review. I'm the Mounty, and happy Father's Day. Thank you for watching.
Should have figured you'd be out here instead of inside.
Hey, sweetie. How's it going in there?
It's going fine. Anyways, looks like you could use some company.
Yeah.
So I take it you're not a fan of Father's Day?
It's not so much that I hate it, it's more so that I just see it as any regular day.
I take it the reason why is because of Vincent?
Yes.
Oh, that might explain it then. So why did you come here then?
Because I still have a job to do. And even if I don't really care for Father's Day, other people do. So, you know what? Might as well try to make them happy.
Oh, well that's good. So I guess while on the topic, have you ever thought about one day being a dad? You know, to try and give your kid a better childhood than what you had?
Yeah, the thought has crept into my mind every now and again. But yeah, I can worry about that after I get married. Until then, it's just another day of work for me.
Not quite. There's another reason why I came out here to talk to you. We've all been through a lot over these last few years. The Fawn incident, that time we got captured in the world of Undertale, the loss of your father, that whole Christmas incident with the rocket, but we got through those events together. I just want you to know that no matter what happens, I will never leave your side.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
No problem. I think you know what comes next.
Yep.
Yes.